Hypixel Skywars really needs an update, because ever since that bug fix that came out a little while ago that really broke more things than it fixed, the game's been heading downhill pretty fast. But of course, the game devs, admins, game masters, whatever you want to call them, have been pretty terrible with telling us about what's happening. So it probably won't even surprise you to know that there have been a few changes that they said nothing about. So that's what I'm talking about today, the updates to Skywars that they never announced. Now, the first change is probably pretty obvious because this happened a few days ago and everyone sort of went wild about it, but there is only 9 Skywars lobbies, as you can see. There used to be like a whole entire page of these, and honestly, it's no surprise that they took them away, but yeah, that's something that happened, and I don't think they announced it anywhere. I just saw it come up all over Twitter, but I don't know if there was actually an official announcement on the forums or anything, but that's the first change, which is pretty insignificant, doesn't really matter, but it's kind of sad to see them all go away. Now, the next thing I want to cover actually happened a few weeks ago, and you may or may not have noticed this, but everyone's seen the glitch where you can actually break out of the cage in doubles, ranked, or I think Mega Skywars had this as well. So if you stood in the right place, shift-clicked the axe out of the inventory, like out of the kit selector, like I just did, and you crouched and jumped in this corner, you could actually break out. Now, you can't do this anymore, and I'm really not sure why that is. It could have been a change to the anti-cheat or the servers to try and fix lag. Now, obviously, there's still hackers and the server still lags, so they didn't really fix anything. But you can't actually go out of the cage before the game starts, which, I mean, sure, you didn't really gain anything from getting out of the cage, but it's kind of sad to see that go as well. I mean, I guess it's better than Bed Wars, which doesn't let you break things at all, but yeah, that happened. Now, the last update or change I wanted to cover was actually the oldest on this list. I'm not too sure why I covered these in reverse chronological order, but I'm sure it doesn't really matter because, yeah, these changes shouldn't even have to have existed in the first place. Basically, as we all know, pretty soon after the bug fix, or whatever you want to call it, was released, Lucky Block was completely broken. You basically couldn't play it. Only people who are really hardcore Lucky Block grinders, like my friend Battleaxe, actually still played Lucky Block Skywars after that because of how broken it was. Now, the change or update that they made was they actually fixed it. They fixed the bugs that they made. Now, obviously, these bugs shouldn't have existed to begin with, but the fact that they actually fixed something for once, not that Lucky Block as a game mode is completely fixed, is pretty surprising. Now, it actually took my friend Battleaxe, like I said, to go and find a game master to change these bugs. Like, he had to go and actively search out a game master for these bugs to be fixed. Now, I think the most annoying thing about this whole situation, as we can probably all agree, is that none of these were communicated to the community by the devs, admins, or whatever. None of it was told to us, and we weren't aware of any of it happening unless you actually experienced the changes, and it's like, oh, something's changed. I wish I could have heard about this on the forums, or like from an official source other than Twitter or this video that you're watching right now. So yeah, I guess it sort of leads on to the topic that everyone's sort of been talking about lately is, you know, what does Skywars need? You know, we obviously need an update. Do the devs still care about us at all? What's happening to Skywars, right? You know, it's the question we all gotta ask, but I don't think anyone really has a perfect answer to, because clearly the devs can do stuff. Like, they fixed Lucky Block, and I mean, I'm sure there's heaps of bugs and glitches that can still be abused, as Battleaxe could probably rant about for hours, but, you know, they haven't fixed like some of the most obvious bugs. Like black magic is still broken, you know, you still get 2 pearls when black magic happens, and there's still heaps of other bugs that they created that they haven't fixed, and they haven't even acknowledged that they exist. Now, I'm just gonna finish this game because I don't really have much more to talk about, but yeah, I think it's really disappointing that the Hypixel admins really haven't told us anything about what's happening to Skywars. So there you have it, the Skywars updates that were never really announced. I know they're not really full updates, but they were sort of changes that happened, and yeah, I guess that's some stuff to think about. You know, what do you guys think is going to happen to Skywars? Feel free to leave a comment and all that, but otherwise, thanks for watching. I apologize for the shorter video. As you can possibly tell, my voice is dying because I think I might have COVID. I really don't know. Anyway, see ya!